What if the most powerful healing remedies were never locked inside a pharmacy, but instead hidden in plain sight, growing quietly along roadsides, in forgotten fields, or even right outside your home? What if the solutions to pain, inflammation, infections, and chronic weakness were once common knowledge, but slowly erased by time, convenience, and modern habits? For thousands of years, humans didn't rely on pills, prescriptions, or laboratories. They relied on nature. They relied on knowledge passed down through generations. Knowledge so effective that it kept entire civilizations healthy long before modern medicine existed. Yet today, most people have no idea these natural remedies ever existed at all. Why were they forgotten? Who stopped talking about them? And more importantly, what happens when this lost knowledge is rediscovered? Have you ever wondered why some cultures seem to age better, heal faster, and stay resilient well into old age? Or why modern medicine sometimes struggles with issues that ancient healers handled with ease? Could it be that we abandoned something powerful too quickly? And what if some of these natural solutions work not just gently, but shockingly fast? In this video, you're going to discover top 20 forgotten medicinal plants that will change the way you think about natural healing forever. Stay until the end, because number 3 has been used for more than 2,000 years and is scientifically proven to work against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. And number 1, it was literally the original aspirin before aspirin even existed. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know, how old are you and where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I'll take the time to read every single one. All right, let's get started. 20. Plantain weed, the trailside first aid kit. Plantain weed is one of the most underestimated medicinal plants in the world, yet it has been used for centuries as an emergency healing remedy. Often dismissed as a weed, this hardy plant grows almost everywhere, along sidewalks, trails, fields, and backyards, making it a true survival medicine. Its leaves are packed with bioactive compounds such as allantoin, aucubin, flavonoids, and tannins, which work together to reduce inflammation, fight microbes, and accelerate tissue repair. Traditionally, plantain earned its nickname, the trailside first aid kit, because of how quickly it can be used in emergencies. When the fresh leaves are crushed or lightly chewed and applied directly to the skin, they help stop bleeding, reduce swelling, soothe insect bites, calm rashes, and speed wound healing. The plant's antimicrobial properties help protect cuts from infection, while its anti-inflammatory action eases pain and irritation almost immediately. Modern science supports these traditional uses. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that extracts of plantain significantly enhanced wound healing and reduced inflammation in experimental models, confirming its long-standing reputation as a natural skin healer. Additional research has shown that plantain exhibits antibacterial activity against several common pathogens, making it especially useful for minor cuts and scrapes. To use plantain safely, identify the plant by its broad, ribbed leaves growing close to the ground. Harvest clean leaves away from pollution, rinse if possible, then crush or chew them until the juices are released. Apply directly to the affected area and cover lightly. For internal use, plantain leaves can also be dried and steeped into a mild tea to support digestion and soothe irritated tissues, though external use remains its most famous and immediate application. 19. Mullein, the lung cleaner. Mullein is one of the most respected traditional remedies for lung and respiratory health, used for centuries to relieve coughs, chest congestion, bronchitis, and irritated airways. Its soft, velvety leaves and tall flowering stalk contain powerful compounds such as saponins, mucilage, flavonoids, and iridoid glycosides. These compounds work together to loosen thick mucus, calm inflammation in the lungs, and soothe irritated respiratory tissues. What makes mullein especially effective is its high saponin content. Saponins act as natural expectorants, helping the body safely break up and expel trapped mucus from the lungs and bronchial passages. At the same time, the plant's mucilage coats and protects irritated tissues, reducing coughing, spasms, and that dry, scratchy feeling in the throat. This combination makes mullein ideal for both productive coughs and dry, lingering coughs. Modern research supports these traditional uses. A 2011 study published in Phytotherapy Research highlighted mullein's anti-inflammatory and expectorant properties, showing its ability to support respiratory function and reduce airway irritation. Other laboratory studies have also demonstrated antimicrobial activity, which may help the body fight respiratory infections more effectively. The most common way to use mullein is as a tea. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried leaves or flowers in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes, then strain very well to remove tiny hairs that can irritate the throat. Drink up to 2 cups per day during periods of congestion. Mullein can also be used as a tincture or smoked in small amounts in traditional practices, but tea remains the safest and most widely recommended method for lung support. 18. Comfrey, the bone knitter. Comfrey has earned the legendary nickname knit bone for a reason. For centuries, it has been used to support the rapid healing of bones, muscles, tendons, and connective tissue after injuries. The secret behind Comfrey's power lies in its exceptionally high content of allantoin, a compound known to stimulate cell regeneration, accelerate tissue repair, and promote faster healing of damaged skin and soft tissue. When applied externally, Comfrey helps reduce pain, swelling, and stiffness associated with sprains, bruises, strains, joint injuries, and even minor fractures. It also contains rosmarinic acid and tannins, which provide anti-inflammatory and analgesic effects, making it especially useful for sore joints and overworked muscles. This combination allows the body to repair itself more efficiently while easing discomfort at the same time. Modern science supports Comfrey's traditional reputation. A well-known 2007 clinical trial published in Medicine found that topical Comfrey ointment significantly reduced pain, swelling, and mobility limitations in patients with acute ankle sprains, often outperforming placebo within just a few days. Additional studies have confirmed its effectiveness for back pain, bruising, and joint inflammation. Comfrey should only be used externally. To use it safely, apply a Comfrey-based cream, ointment, or gel directly to the affected area 2 to 3 times per day. Fresh leaves can also be used as a poultice by crushing them and applying them to the skin for short periods. Internal use is strongly discouraged due to naturally occurring pyrrolizidine alkaloids, which can be harmful to the liver. Used correctly on the skin, Comfrey remains one of nature's most powerful tools for physical repair and recovery. 17. Seabuckthorn, the Himalayan skin healer. Seabuckthorn is a remarkable medicinal berry that has been used for centuries in Tibetan, Mongolian, and Russian traditional medicine to heal the skin from the inside out. Growing in harsh, high-altitude environments, this resilient plant produces bright orange berries packed with rare and powerful nutrients. What makes Seabuckthorn especially unique is its exceptionally high content of omega-7 fatty acids, along with omega-3, omega-6, vitamin C, vitamin E, carotenoids, and flavonoids, all essential for skin repair and protection. Omega-7 plays a critical role in maintaining the integrity of the skin and mucous membranes. It helps strengthen the skin barrier, improves elasticity, and supports faster wound healing. This is why Seabuckthorn has long been used to treat burns, cuts, eczema, and dry, damaged skin. Internally, it supports hydration and healing of mucous membranes throughout the body, including the mouth, eyes, digestive tract, and reproductive tissues. These properties made Seabuckthorn so valuable that it was reportedly used by Russian cosmonauts to protect their skin and reduce radiation-related damage during space missions. Modern research confirms these benefits. A 2010 study published in Skin Pharmacology and Physiology found that Seabuckthorn oil significantly improves skin hydration, elasticity, and barrier function while reducing inflammation. Other studies have also demonstrated enhanced wound healing and antioxidant protection at the cellular level. Seabuckthorn can be used both internally and externally. The oil can be applied directly to the skin to support healing and reduce dryness, while capsules or liquid extracts can be taken daily to nourish the skin from within. When used consistently, Seabuckthorn offers deep, regenerative support for healthy, resilient skin. 16. Chundala, pot marigold, the battlefield healer. Chundula, more commonly known as pot marigold, has a long history as a frontline healing plant used by medieval soldiers to treat wounds, cuts, and infections on the battlefield. Long before antiseptics and antibiotics existed, this bright flowering plant was valued for its ability to clean wounds, reduce inflammation, and dramatically speed up tissue repair. Its healing power comes from a rich concentration of triterpenoids, flavonoids, carotenoids, and essential oils, all of which work together to protect damaged tissue and promote regeneration. These compounds give Chundala strong antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, helping prevent infection while calming redness, swelling, and pain. At the same time, the plant stimulates granulation and epithelialization, the processes responsible for forming new skin, making wounds close faster and heal more cleanly. This is why Chundula has traditionally been used for cuts, burns, ulcers, surgical wounds, and even slow-healing skin injuries. Modern science supports these traditional claims. A 2009 clinical study published in the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition demonstrated that topical pot marigold preparations significantly accelerated wound healing and reduced inflammation compared to control treatments. Other studies have confirmed its antibacterial activity against common skin pathogens, reinforcing its role as a natural wound protector. Chundala is primarily used externally. To apply it, use a commercially prepared cream, ointment, or infused oil and apply it directly to clean wounds 2 to 3 times daily. Dried flowers can also be steeped into a strong infusion to wash cuts or used as a poultice. When kept in your home or garden, Chundula truly functions like a natural emergency room, ready when you need it most. 15. Boneset, the flu fighter. Boneset is a legendary medicinal plant that gained widespread recognition during the 18th and 19th centuries as one of the most trusted remedies for influenza, severe colds, and epidemic fevers. Before modern antivirals existed, Boneset was commonly used to reduce high fever, ease intense body aches, and support the immune system during acute illness. Its effectiveness comes from powerful compounds including sesquiterpene lactones, flavonoids, and polysaccharides, which give the plant strong antiviral, anti-inflammatory, and immune-stimulating properties. What made Boneset especially famous was its use at the very first sign of flu symptoms. When taken hot, it was traditionally used to promote sweating, helping the body lower fever naturally while relieving the deep muscle and joint pain associated with influenza. This diaphoretic effect supports the body's natural defense response rather than suppressing it, which is why Boneset was considered so effective during outbreaks. Modern research supports these traditional uses. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that Boneset extracts significantly stimulated immune activity and exhibited antiviral properties, helping explain its historical role in fighting flu-like illnesses. Additional laboratory studies have confirmed its anti-inflammatory effects, particularly in reducing fever-related discomfort. Boneset is most commonly used as a tea. Steep 1 teaspoon of dried aerial parts in hot water for 10 minutes and drink while warm, up to 2 to 3 times daily at the onset of symptoms. The taste is intensely bitter, but traditionally considered a sign of potency. Boneset should be used short-term only and avoided by pregnant women or those with known sensitivities. 14. Agrimony, the throat soother. Agrimony is a gentle yet powerful medicinal plant that has been trusted for centuries to soothe sore throats, calm inflammation, and support digestive health. Historically used in European herbal medicine, agrimony was often given to relieve throat irritation, hoarseness, and mouth discomfort, especially during colds or seasonal illnesses. Its effectiveness comes from a high concentration of tannins, flavonoids, triterpenes, and silica, which work together to tighten irritated tissues, reduce swelling, and protect mucous membranes. The high tannin content gives agrimony strong astringent properties, making it particularly effective for inflamed or irritated throats. When used as a gargle, it helps reduce redness, calm pain, and create a protective layer over sore tissues. At the same time, its anti-inflammatory and mild antimicrobial actions help the body recover more quickly. Internally, Agrimony also supports digestion by toning the gut lining, reducing mild diarrhea, and easing digestive inflammation. Modern science supports these traditional uses. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Plants Research found that Agrimony extracts demonstrated significant anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial activity, validating its long-standing use for throat and digestive conditions. Additional research has highlighted its antioxidant properties, which further protect tissues from irritation and oxidative stress. Agrimony is most commonly used as a tea or gargle. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried herb in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. For throat relief, allow the tea to cool slightly and gargle several times per day. The same tea can be consumed to support digestion and reduce internal inflammation. When used consistently, Agrimony provides gentle yet effective relief for irritated throats and sensitive digestive systems. 13. White horehound cough drop. White horehound is a time-tested respiratory remedy that was famously turned into historic cough candies long before modern cough syrups existed. Unlike many suppressants that simply silence a cough, white horehound works by addressing the root cause: thick, trapped mucus in the airways. This makes coughing more productive, helping the lungs clear congestion instead of holding it inside. Its effectiveness comes from bitter compounds called marigold, along with flavonoids and volatile oils. Marigold stimulates bronchial secretions and acts as a natural expectorant, loosening mucus so it can be expelled more easily. At the same time, white horehound has mild antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory effects, which calm irritated airways and reduce chest tightness. This balanced action is why it has traditionally been used for chronic coughs, bronchitis, chest congestion, and lingering respiratory infections. Modern research supports these uses. A 2011 study published in Plantain confirmed that marigold significantly enhances expectoration and exhibits bronchodilatory effects, helping explain why white horehound has remained a staple in traditional cough remedies for centuries. Additional studies have also noted antimicrobial activity, which may support recovery during respiratory infections. White horehound is most commonly used as a tea, syrup, or lozenge. To make tea, steep 1 teaspoon of dried herb in hot water for 10 minutes. The taste is intensely bitter, but this bitterness is part of its medicinal action. Traditionally, honey is added to improve flavor and soothe the throat further. Taken consistently during illness, white horehound helps clear congestion naturally while supporting healthy lung function. 12. Self-heal, the miracle plant. Self-heal is a remarkably versatile medicinal plant that has earned its reputation as a miracle plant through centuries of widespread use across Europe and Asia. Traditionally, it was applied to wounds, sore throats, mouth ulcers, and inflamed tissues, especially where delicate mucous membranes are involved. Its healing power comes from a rich profile of rosmarinic acid, flavonoids, triterpenes, and polysaccharides, compounds known to calm inflammation, fight microbes, and accelerate tissue repair. One of the most impressive features of self-heal is its effectiveness against bacterial biofilms, the protective layers that bacteria form to shield themselves from treatment. By disrupting these biofilms, self-heal helps the body clear infections more efficiently and reduces the risk of chronic or recurring inflammation. This makes it particularly useful for mouth sores, gum irritation, throat infections, and slow-healing wounds where bacteria tend to persist. Modern science supports these traditional uses. A 2014 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated that self-heal extracts significantly inhibited bacterial biofilm formation and showed strong antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory activity. These findings help explain why the plant has been so effective for infections of the mouth, throat, and skin. Self-heal can be used both internally and externally. As a tea, steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried herb in hot water for 10 minutes to soothe sore throats and internal inflammation. For mouth ulcers or gum issues, the cooled tea can be used as a gargle or mouth rinse. Externally, self-heal can be applied as a poultice or wash to wounds and irritated skin, making it one of nature's most reliable all-purpose healers. 11. Yarrow, the soldier's herb. Yarrow is one of the oldest and most reliable medicinal plants ever used in emergency care, earning its title as the soldier's herb for its life-saving role on ancient battlefields. Warriors carried yarrow because it could stop bleeding quickly, disinfect wounds, and speed healing when no medical help was available. Its effectiveness comes from a powerful combination of choline, flavonoids, alkaloids, tannins, and essential oils, which work together to constrict blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and prevent infection. One of yarrow's most remarkable abilities is its hemostatic action. It helps blood clot faster without damaging surrounding tissue. When applied directly to a wound, it can rapidly slow or stop bleeding while also calming pain and swelling. At the same time, its antimicrobial properties help protect open cuts from bacteria, reducing the risk of infection and supporting clean healing. This is why yarrow was historically used for sword wounds, arrow injuries, and battlefield trauma. Modern science confirms these traditional uses. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated that yarrow extracts significantly promoted wound healing, reduced inflammation, and showed antimicrobial activity against common skin pathogens. These findings validate its long-standing reputation as a fast-acting wound remedy. Yarrow is primarily used externally for injuries. Fresh leaves can be crushed into a poultice and applied directly to bleeding cuts or wounds. Dried yarrow can also be infused into a strong tea and used as a wound wash or compress. Internally, yarrow tea has been traditionally used in small amounts to support circulation and reduce inflammation, but its most immediate and famous role remains emergency wound care. 10. Blue vervain, the nerve soother. Blue vervain is a traditional medicinal plant best known for its calming effect on the nervous system. For centuries, it has been used as a nervine, a remedy that supports and soothes stressed nerves, making it especially valuable for tension, anxiety, headaches, restlessness, and insomnia. Rather than sedating the body, blue vervain gently relaxes the nervous system while allowing mental clarity, which is why it was traditionally used to calm the mind during periods of emotional or physical stress. Its effects come from active compounds such as iridoid glycosides, flavonoids, and volatile oils, which help reduce nervous tension, ease muscle tightness, and support healthy neurotransmitter balance. Blue vervain is particularly useful for stress-related headaches, jaw tension, neck stiffness, and that wired but tired feeling that prevents restful sleep. It also has mild antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory properties, helping relax both the mind and the body simultaneously. Modern research supports these traditional uses. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that blue vervain extracts demonstrated significant anxiolytic and sedative-like effects in experimental models, confirming its role as a natural nervous system relaxant. Additional research has highlighted its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity, which further supports neurological health. Blue vervain is most commonly used as a tea or tincture. To make tea, steep 1 teaspoon of dried herb in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. The taste is quite bitter, but this bitterness is traditionally associated with its calming effect. Drink in the evening to reduce tension or before bed to support sleep. Regular, moderate use helps restore calm without causing dependency. 9. Elecampane, the deep lung tonic. Elecampane is a powerful traditional remedy used for centuries to treat deep, stubborn lung conditions that do not resolve easily, such as chronic bronchitis, lingering lung infections, asthma-like congestion, and heavy wet coughs. Unlike fast-acting cough suppressants, Elecampane works slowly but deeply, helping rebuild lung strength while clearing long-standing mucus and supporting tissue recovery. The medicinal power of Elecampane lies mainly in its root, which is rich in inulin, sesquiterpene lactones, especially allantollactone, and essential oils. These compounds give Elecampane strong expectorant, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory properties. It helps loosen thick, sticky mucus trapped deep in the lungs, making coughs more productive and allowing the airways to gradually clear. At the same time, Elecampane soothes irritated bronchial tissue and supports immune defenses in the respiratory tract. Modern research supports these traditional uses. A 2011 study published in Phytotherapy Research found that allantoactone from Elecampane showed significant antibacterial and anti-inflammatory activity, particularly against pathogens involved in respiratory infections. This helps explain why Elecampane has historically been used when infections linger or repeatedly return. Elecampane is most commonly used as a tea, decoction, or tincture made from the dried root. To prepare a decoction, simmer 1 teaspoon of chopped dried root in water for 10 to 15 minutes, then strain. Drink once daily for chronic conditions rather than acute relief. Because of its strength, Elecampane is best used short-term and avoided during pregnancy. When used properly, it acts as a true lung tonic, restoring depth, strength, and resilience to breathing over time. 8. Toothache plant, the instant numbing herb. The toothache plant is one of the fastest-acting medicinal plants ever used for oral pain, earning its reputation as an instant numbing remedy. Traditionally chewed fresh, this plant creates a strong tingling and numbing sensation in the mouth within seconds. Its power comes from spilenthol, a bioactive compound that directly affects sensory nerves, temporarily blocking pain signals while increasing saliva flow and circulation in the affected area. For centuries, the toothache plant has been used to relieve toothaches, gum pain, mouth ulcers, sore throats, and minor oral infections. Unlike synthetic numbing agents, its effect is natural, localized, and short-lived, making it especially useful for sudden dental discomfort. In addition to pain relief, spilenthol also exhibits antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, helping reduce bacterial growth and calm irritated tissues in the mouth. Modern science strongly supports these traditional uses. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology confirmed that spilenthol produces rapid anesthetic and analgesic effects by interacting with nerve receptors responsible for pain perception. The study also highlighted its antibacterial action against oral pathogens, explaining why the plant is effective for both pain relief and oral health support. To use the toothache plant, a fresh flower bud or leaf can be chewed briefly and held near the painful area for 30 to 60 seconds. For those using dried material or extracts, tinctures or mouth rinses are commonly applied directly to gums or sores. The numbing effect is often described as shockingly fast, making this plant a powerful natural alternative for temporary oral pain relief when needed. 7. Oregon grape, the skin healer. Oregon grape is one of the most scientifically validated medicinal plants for chronic skin conditions, making it stand out in the world of natural dermatology. Traditionally used by Native American healers, it has gained modern recognition for its ability to improve psoriasis, eczema, and inflammatory dermatitis, conditions often difficult to manage long-term. Its effectiveness comes primarily from berberine, along with other alkaloids that strongly influence skin immunity and inflammation. Berberine helps regulate excessive skin cell turnover, a key problem in psoriasis, while also reducing redness, itching, and thick plaque formation. Oregon grape also has antimicrobial properties, which is important because compromised skin barriers are more prone to bacterial and fungal overgrowth. Unlike harsh topical steroids, it supports healing without thinning the skin when used correctly. Clinical research confirms these benefits. A 2005 randomized, double-blind clinical trial published in the American Journal of Therapeutics found that topical Oregon grape extract significantly improved symptoms of psoriasis, including scaling, redness, and lesion thickness. Patients tolerated it well, with minimal side effects, making it one of the few herbal treatments supported by solid dermatological evidence. Oregon grape is most commonly used externally. Creams or ointments containing standardized Oregon grape extract are applied directly to affected areas 2 to 3 times daily. For internal support, some practitioners also use low-dose extracts or capsules to help regulate inflammation from within, though topical use remains the primary and safest method for skin conditions. With consistent application, Oregon grape helps restore balance to irritated, inflamed skin and supports long-term skin resilience rather than temporary symptom suppression. 6. Yellow dock, the digestive and liver ally. Yellow dock is a deeply supportive medicinal plant traditionally used to improve digestion, stimulate liver function, and enhance the body's natural elimination processes. Rather than acting as a harsh laxative, yellow dock works as a tonic, helping the digestive system function more efficiently over time. Its root contains anthraquinones, bitters, tannins, and iron-rich compounds, which together support bile flow, nutrient absorption, and regular bowel movements. One of yellow dock's key roles is stimulating the liver and gallbladder to produce and release bile. Proper bile flow is essential for digesting fats, absorbing fat-soluble vitamins, and clearing metabolic waste from the body. When digestion slows or elimination becomes sluggish, toxins can accumulate and often show up on the skin as acne, eczema, or chronic irritation. This is why yellow dock has long been used for skin issues rooted in poor digestion rather than surface-level problems. Modern research supports these traditional uses. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology highlighted yellow dock's hepatoprotective and digestive stimulating properties, showing improved liver enzyme balance and enhanced elimination in experimental models. The study also noted its mild laxative effect without the dependency seen with stronger stimulant laxatives. Yellow dock is most commonly used as a decoction or tincture made from the dried root. To prepare a decoction, simmer 1 teaspoon of chopped root in water for 15 minutes and drink once daily. Because it works gradually, consistent short-term use is more effective than occasional dosing. Yellow dock should be avoided during pregnancy and used responsibly, but when used correctly, it helps restore digestive flow, liver efficiency, and clearer skin from within. 5. Usnea, the wilderness antibiotic. Usnea is a powerful medicinal lichen often called the wilderness antibiotic because of its remarkable ability to fight infection when modern medicine is unavailable. Found growing on trees in clean, unpolluted environments, Usnea has been used for centuries in traditional medicine to prevent and treat infections, especially in wounds, cuts, and skin injuries. Its strength comes primarily from usnic acid, along with other phenolic compounds that give it broad-spectrum antimicrobial activity. What makes Usnea especially valuable is its effectiveness against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Usnic acid disrupts bacterial metabolism and prevents microbes from reproducing, making it effective against strains that no longer respond well to conventional antibiotics. Traditionally, Usnea was applied directly to wounds to prevent infection, reduce inflammation, and speed healing. It was also used for respiratory and urinary infections when taken internally in controlled forms. Modern science strongly supports these uses. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Antibiotics demonstrated that usnic acid showed potent antimicrobial activity against multiple drug-resistant bacterial strains, including Staphylococcus aureus. This research confirms why Usnea has been relied upon as a natural antibiotic in survival and traditional healing practices. Usnea is most safely used topically. It can be prepared as an infused oil, salve, or tincture applied directly to cuts, scrapes, and infected skin 1 to 2 times daily. Some herbal practitioners use it internally in very small standardized doses, but improper internal use may stress the liver. For most people, topical use is the safest and most effective way to harness Usnea's powerful infection-fighting properties, making it one of nature's most reliable natural antibiotics. 4. Barberry, the ancient antimicrobial. Barberry is one of the oldest medicinal plants still used today, with more than 2,000 years of documented use in traditional Persian, Ayurvedic, and Chinese medicine. Its powerful healing reputation comes from a bright yellow compound called berberine, which is now one of the most extensively studied plant alkaloids in modern science. Berberine gives barberry strong antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and metabolic benefits that go far beyond basic infection control. As an antimicrobial, barberry is effective against bacteria, fungi, parasites, and protozoa. It has traditionally been used for digestive infections, diarrhea, food poisoning, urinary tract infections, and skin conditions linked to microbial imbalance. Berberine works by disrupting microbial cell function and inhibiting their ability to reproduce, making it difficult for pathogens to survive or develop resistance. Modern research strongly confirms these effects. A 2015 study published in Frontiers in Microbiology demonstrated that berberine showed broad-spectrum antimicrobial activity and enhanced effectiveness even against drug-resistant bacteria. In addition, a 2012 clinical study in metabolism found that berberine significantly improved blood sugar control and reduced cholesterol levels in people with metabolic disorders, showing that its benefits extend beyond infection fighting. Barberry is most commonly used internally as a standardized extract, capsule, or tincture made from the root or bark. Typical use is short-term during infections or in cycles for metabolic support. Because berberine is potent, barberry should not be used continuously long-term and should be avoided during pregnancy. When used correctly, barberry remains one of nature's most powerful and scientifically validated ancient antimicrobials. 3. Red clover, the field medicine flower. Red clover is a gentle yet deeply nourishing medicinal flower that has long been used as a field medicine for skin health and hormonal balance. Traditionally, it was used to calm skin inflammation, support detoxification, and ease mild menopausal symptoms such as hot flashes and night sweats. Its effectiveness comes from a rich blend of isoflavones, flavonoids, minerals, and trace nutrients, which support the body gradually rather than forcing rapid change. For the skin, red clover helps reduce redness, itching, and chronic irritation by supporting lymphatic flow and mild detoxification. This makes it especially useful for eczema, psoriasis, and inflammatory skin conditions linked to internal imbalance. Its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds help protect skin tissue while encouraging healthier regeneration over time. Red clover is also well known for its gentle hormonal effects. The plant's isoflavones act as phytoestrogens, which can help balance estrogen levels naturally. This explains its long-standing use for easing mild menopausal discomfort without the intensity of hormone replacement therapies. Because its action is mild, benefits typically build with consistent, long-term use rather than overnight results. Modern research supports these uses. A 2007 study published in Menopause found that red clover isoflavone supplementation significantly reduced the frequency of hot flashes in menopausal women. Additional studies have shown anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects that support skin and vascular health. Red clover is most commonly used as a tea or capsule. Steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried flowers in hot water for 10 minutes and drink daily. With regular use, red clover provides steady, nourishing support for skin health and hormonal comfort. 2. Sassafras, the historical fever fighter. Sassafras holds an important place in medical history as one of the most widely used fever and infection remedies in early American and European traditional medicine. For centuries, it was taken as a tea to reduce fevers, stimulate sweating, ease aches, and cleanse the blood. Indigenous healers and early settlers valued sassafras for its warming, aromatic properties and its ability to support the body during acute illness, long before modern antipyretics existed. The plant's medicinal effects were largely attributed to saffrole, along with other volatile oils that promote circulation and induce sweating, a traditional method used to help lower fever naturally. However, as scientific methods advanced, sassafras became a critical example of why traditional remedies must be evaluated through modern safety research. In 1960, studies conducted by the U.S. National Institutes of Health demonstrated that saffrole caused liver cancer in laboratory animals when consumed internally over time. As a result, the U.S. FDA banned sassafras and saffrole-containing products from internal use in foods and medicines. This research marked a major turning point in herbal regulation and safety standards. Because of these findings, sassafras is no longer recommended for internal use in any form. Today, its role is strictly historical and educational. In some traditional practices, sassafras is still used externally in highly diluted preparations or appreciated aromatically, but ingestion is strongly discouraged. Sassafras serves as a powerful reminder that natural does not always mean safe, and that the most responsible healing combines traditional knowledge with modern scientific evidence. 1. Meadowsweet, the original aspirin. Meadowsweet is the very plant that inspired the creation of aspirin, making it one of the most important medicinal herbs in pharmaceutical history. Long before synthetic painkillers existed, meadowsweet was widely used across Europe to relieve pain, inflammation, fever, headaches, joint discomfort, and muscle aches. Its effectiveness comes from natural salicylates, along with flavonoids and tannins, which work together to reduce inflammation and pain gently but reliably. What makes meadowsweet special is how it delivers pain relief without irritating the stomach. Unlike synthetic aspirin, which can damage the stomach lining with repeated use, meadowsweet contains natural buffering compounds that protect the digestive tract. This makes it especially suitable for people with sensitive stomachs or those who cannot tolerate conventional anti-inflammatory drugs. In addition, its mild astringent action helps calm excess stomach acid, offering digestive support alongside pain relief. Modern science confirms these benefits. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated that meadowsweet extracts exhibited significant anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and antioxidant activity, supporting its traditional use as a natural alternative to aspirin. Researchers noted that the plant's synergistic compounds contributed to both effectiveness and improved tolerability. Meadowsweet is most commonly used as a tea or tincture made from the flowering tops. To prepare tea, steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried herb in hot water for 10 minutes and drink up to 2 times daily. While gentle, it should still be avoided by individuals with salicylate allergies. Meadowsweet stands as a perfect example of nature providing effective medicine, without the harsh side effects of its synthetic counterpart. To wrap things up, these 20 forgotten plants remind us of something incredibly powerful. Nature has been healing humans long before modern pharmacies and synthetic pills ever existed. Many of these remedies have now been validated by modern science, proving that our ancestors weren't guessing. They were observing, testing, and understanding the natural world around them. These plants represent generations of knowledge that still matter today. Whether it's shundula for wounds, mullein for lung support, vervain for calming the nerves, or barberry for fighting infections, each plant offers real, effective support when used wisely. Some work almost instantly, others work slowly and deeply. But all of them show what's possible when we reconnect with natural medicine and respect how the body heals itself. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button. Comment below which plant impressed you the most and which one you're excited to try. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that empowers you to take charge of your health naturally. Thanks for being here and taking the time to learn how to take better care of yourself. And if you want to keep going, we've got more content lined up to help you look and feel your best. Click on one of the videos on screen and we'll see you there.